Previously on the other dungeon. The gang returned to work selling art in the market before visiting the dwarven jewelry store they last heard Bekefo had gone to, and did some property damage there before returning to work at the market the next day with hopes of making more gold. Then ran into Sleeve at the bar and chased him off before trying to sell drugs, while the newly carved Bekefo crystal was sold to a mysterious new owner. And now, the other dungeon continues.
Haven't heard from Bekefo or Tiki Taka in quite a while.
Yeah, can I try to figure out where I'm at?
Yeah, of course. Roll another perception check.
15, and then I got +5, so I got 20.
Alright, so you still have no control of whoever's carrying you around, but you just got a feeling that you're in a very familiar place. A place you've been before. Maybe not a lot, but a couple of times at least. It's definitely the place has a familiar energy. More familiar than the person, even. The person has a very slight familiar energy, but the place has a stronger energy.
Is there a way for me to try to detect where I'm at?
Knowledge, history, maybe. Or local.
Local. 15.
With that, you definitely know you're in a place you've been before. Definitely a place you've been recently with your new friends.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make that will roll thing.
Alright, you can't yet until she's in a weakened state, or until 24 hours has passed. So if she falls asleep, you can do it upon first contact, if they fall asleep, or after 24 hours of initial try.
Does Tiki Taka have any way of telling me where I'm at?
Tiki Taki fell asleep in a bush, so he lost track of you.
He's in my house.
Yeah, he's outside the house, yeah. But he can't see you anymore. He just knows you're somewhere nearby if he wants to wake up.
Yeah, and can you tell Bekefo what it looks like outside? Where Bekefo is?
I mean, they don't have. I mean, their bond is not like. She can't like scry through his eyes or anything. She can't you can't see through his eyes.
Alright,
But
Tiki
Taka can give you a feeling, but it'd be the same feeling you have. Like it's definitely a familiar. He's also not sure. It's sort of familiar, but he's not very clear either. He's used to live in the forest. The city's very different to him.
If he can assist, then he's still taking a nap outside wherever I'm at.
Oh, he falls back asleep
History, please.
in your bush. Back at the bar. Do you guys hang at the bar all night, or when do you decide to come home?
I go home early to get an early start at the market.
Yeah, you're pretty fatigued from your earlier pest use too. You've been fatigued all day, really.
Heading back to the house.
Yep, so the group heads back to the house along the way. It's pretty late now, the sun's gone down. It's not middle of the night yet, but it's definitely past dusk.
Yeah, I'll go back to the house.
Right. Roll perception check as you guys leave the bar and head home. Back to Karam's home at least.
9.
14.
Alright, Erica
No,
will...
Wait, 18.
Alright, Erica will notice that the necklace she saw in the jewelry store window the day before is now missing. Now gone, has been sold or has been moved, is no longer in the window as you head home, unfortunately.
I would say it out loud just for no reason, just because I notice it.
Yeah,
That's
you-
just how I am.
As you do. Hey, that cool gem is gone.
Do I know the boar wants that necklace?
I mean, I think you knew the boar was interested in the store, and the necklace drew your attention. Roll me another perception check as you guys get closer to Karam's house.
11.
I guess 21.
Eriku and Karam will notice there's a boar asleep in the bush outside.
Oh, shit!
That's where that boar went.
The boar must have just got tired and wanted to go home because it's just sleeping in the bush when you guys get there. Silly boar. What was it thinking, sleeping in the bush?
I pick up the boar in my arm and cradle it and bring it inside.
Alright, you guys head inside, where Karam's stepmother and father are together, and she's showing him some new jewelry she bought today at the market.
Do I notice that this is the same jewelry that was in the window?
With a perception check, you might.
Mom is wearing the necklace?
Yep.
I got 18.
Oh, let's take the fuck.
Yeah, it's definitely the same necklace from the window.
I noticed this and I whisper to Ego and Kiram.
Alright, you whisper to your new friends that that's the same necklace.
I make sure they know this, but I just keep, I just wait.
How about Tiki Taka? Tiki Taka might know more. Tiki Taka can react.
I nod it. I turn and nod at Tiki Taka.
Tiki Taka nods back.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I don't know, but I know.
You can do a sense motive on Tiki Taka if you want to get it.
I sense Tiki Taka's motive. I want to take our relationship into consideration.
Oh, of course. I always take that into consideration. Don't worry.
Tiki Taka
But I got a 9.
rubs up against
Yeah, you definitely know Tiki. There's definitely a lot of coincidences, and Tiki Taka just gave you that look. You can't. I don't know if you can read 100% into it, but definitely, if you could do the math, you would know something's going on.
Our nod that I don't know.
I compliment her necklace. Nice necklace, Miss Kalash.
I also compliment her necklace, and I play a really cool Kiram's dad because I know I made him like me a lot last time talked. I told him that I sold some artwork, and I made a big, like, great deal at the market, and people were really coming in to see me. Like 80 people gathered around. I did a great job.
It's very good, and so Karam's father is very proud that you guys are starting this business and working well together. He's just excited to see Karam come out of his shell. This new necklace he got for defending a shop owner after a chopped up body was found in his store. Due to his great defense, he was found innocent. Well, that's how his wife was just given this free necklace, basically, for his defense. That was the payment for him defending this guy for finding this chopped up body, which, according to the case, was through some sort of ill magic caused this dead body. They say that the dead body turned into some sort of fox person after it had been dead for a couple hours. Chopped up fox person. Like, reverted to its normal shape.
That's crazy.
Druid shit.
When did this happen?
Yeah, apparently that's what Karam's father's working on. He's told you all the details of the case. That's what he's been doing all day.
Okay, so we know what happened, or like...
Yeah, he tells you, he shares his whole day if you guys want to hang out in the living room and talk about it.
Yeah, we're hanging out and talking about it.
For him, it was a very exciting case. Most of his cases are a little droll, according to him. This is an exciting case involving murder and stuff, so he was excited to talk about it.
Can I try to perceive that and make the connections in my mind right now?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Can I roll perception to perceive and connect? And
I mean, I think if you can do it in your own mind, then your character can.
okay, that's done. I know what's going on.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's fine.
I pray to my goddess of revenge for my friend Baguette. That's my barbarian thing.
I like that, yeah.
Except for Kieran, because I
You gotta get that one right, because you got a crush.
I asked Alfred to bring us all some hot cocoa.
Alright. You guys drink hot cocoa? You stay here in the living room with your parents, or do you go retire to your own room?
Oh, can I do want to say the one thing? I don't tell them I made the connection, because I understand how important reveals are to Baguette.
Okay, I do know that he was there. I haven't made the connection that she's the stone yet.
Draw your own conclusions, map.
You were obviously hacked up.
I zoned out while my dad was talking. Thinking about sparkly.
Do you guys hang out here in the living room with the adults, or go to your own space?
You guys want to head up to my room now? I've had enough of Dad's boring lawyer stories.
Sure.
Especially ones involving chopped up bodies.
Yeah, gross.
Do you say that out loud or
I do.
I say, what? These stories are so cool, Kieran.
I love you, Dad, but...
Karam never did like my stories.
It's not good.
She says they're all too long.
I don't usually have a full beer. A whole beer really gets me drunk.
Alright, you guys go up, enjoy your hot cocoa in Karam's room.
Can I use one of my mid-grade papers to paint a portrait of Kieran before bed? How late is it? Just to practice my craft.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty tired, but you can do a practice painting if you want.
I do.
You got maybe 3 hours to start one before you're gonna pass out.
Can I roll to see if it's done before I go to bed?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not gonna be done in 3 hours, but you can roll to see how good of 3 hours work you get. Usually, a full work takes 8 hours, so if you do less than 8 hours, even if you roll really high, it's just like you did a good 3 hours.
I got a 14.
Alright, so it's a good start. So mark that down as instead of a half or a portion, it's like now a third of what you would need normally. So the scale triples whenever you do that.
I want to mention I fill this painting with revenge.
You have a very angry painting before you fall asleep. Eriku rage paints as you guys drink your hot cocoa and chat about the day's events.
Find out anything about the hunting license?
Yeah, I sure did. We can get one from the Hunters Guild co-op. It's the High East.
Awesome. You want to go there tomorrow before the market opens?
Yeah.
Alright. Go get that hunting license!
I did stash the drugs in my room somewhere, right?
Yeah, they're in the room.
Stashed.
Meanwhile, Karam's parents stay up late, get drunk, fool around even. You guys might even hear some of that. But sooner or later they fall asleep, and I rolled high enough that she does not take the necklace off, at least tonight. Although she usually would. Tonight she falls asleep with it on.
I'm gonna try to take that bitch over.
Roll me a will contest.
20 motherfucking followers.
Yeah, that's enough. You take control of this lady's body as she falls asleep and drifts off into a dream. You have control of her body as this is different than normal. Right now you only have control of her body until she wakes up, so it's a much more limited control. Instead of having a 24-hour control, you now only have probably like an 8-hour control.
Okay.
But for 8 hours you control a sleepwalking body. So you wake up. So you wake up controlling this body. You're completely nude, naked next to Karam's naked father in their bed.
So she thinks she's still asleep, but like my eyes are open and shit. I'm like the capo and this lady. Okay, cool. Alright, first I admire my rockin' stepmom bod.
Yeah.
And then I like look over Okay, I look at my sexy mom vibe, and then I look over at Kieran's dad, and I go, oh, oh, oh. I do that very quietly under my breath. I was like, just check on him.
Alright, roll a perception check.
I got a 10.
Alright, yeah, it's hard to tell. His arm is wrapped around you, but you're like facing away from him.
My finger on his ear, and I like touch it a couple times to see if he like.
Response? Yeah, roll me a diplomacy check with that. He says, cut it out, and swats your hand away.
Like me? Like, was he a dick to me just now? Like,
I think he just didn't want you messing with him. Stop.
I just like give him close to his ear, and I'm like, and like something, and I'm like, I don't really say anything. I just like
Just make whispery noises.
Yeah, and then I like slowly slink out of bed, sexily, quietly.
You slink out of bed.
11 leave.
Alright, he looks over and asks where you're going.
I say to El Baño, and I like do a little tick.
Alright, are you really going to the bathroom?
Are you
Alright.
asking me that as him?
No, as a DM. So I have to know if you're bluffing or not. Are you bluffing or not?
I don't know if I'm going to the bathroom.
Alright, then
I
roll
mean,
me,
I might.
then roll me a
Yeah,
bluff
I'll
check.
go to the bathroom.
Because that would determine if it's a bluff or not, or if it's a half bluff, if you're just going to the bathroom as an excuse, that still could be a half bluff.
Let's do half bluff, because I feel like I'm still like giggling on the inside that I'm in Karen's mom right now. Like, the fuck out of them. So I'm just gonna like actually go pee.
So you're gonna go to the bathroom, pee,
Yeah.
and then from there maybe try to sneak somewhere else?
Yeah, well I'm just gonna walk to my house.
Can I try to perceive if her walking around wakes me up?
It's gonna be pretty high because she hasn't walked in the room yet, so maybe, high to hear something going on outside the room.
I did not say I fell asleep. Okay, never mind. I rolled.
Erica did because she was exhausted because she did PES earlier today.
12, so I'm asleep.
Erica's out. Karam and Arog might be up a little bit later.
I'm gonna go peek in on my darling son and his friends.
Alright. You just want to walk into Karam's room or just peek in the door a little bit?
Just like peek in the door.
Alright, Karam and Arog, perception check.
They can't see your nude.
17.
Alright, whatever you guys are talking about in the middle of the night together, you hear the door crack open a little bit. The noise outside of your room has died down some recently.
I look over, see I push the door.
What is that?
Yeah, there's definitely a face in your door. It looks like it's probably your mom.
Mom, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
So I open the door and I swing the necklace and my titties. I'm like, guess who took over your mom? And then do a little smoochy smooch with Tiki Taka for a second, and then I throw the juices up and I go to lay back down and go to Karen's dad. Oh wait, no, I lied. I have a nosebleed with them. I lied. I do leave his room. I apologize. And
Did I notice this? Will this show wake me up?
You can roll a perception check to see if any of this woke you up, but so far not yet. You can wake up in the middle of it though.
I got an 18.
Alright, they'll wake up in the middle of it because they're making noise. The Kefo specifically probably is making a lot of noise to wake you up.
And see Kiram's naked mom.
Swinging a necklace around her neck, yelling all kinds of crazy stuff in the middle of the night.
I'm having a nosebleed.
And the only thing you just wake up and think rich people are crazy.
I'm thinking a lot of things.
yeah, and I turn back around and I go, Karen, what's your dad's name? Drool.
Zurul.
Yeah. Is that what I call him? Is that what I call him? On a normal basis. Do you know this information?
I'm sorry, what are their pet names?
Yeah, what's his pet name? Zuzu. Zuzu's good too. What's my name?
Your name is Bridget. You're the whitest mom I've ever seen.
Am I the human one?
Yeah, you're human. That's the elf.
I would know that when I woke up and observed my body. Okay, do I have pet names?
Oh,
Cuckoo. Got it. No, Coco. Cuckoo. Oh, I know.
or Kiki.
Dad can never remember any of them, so.
Yeah, mix them up.
Kiki La Boo Boo.
Alright, you gather that vital information and return to bed.
Yeah, we gotta get some rest.
Yeah.
I go to sleep with the images. Karen's mom.
And I pray to my goddess to help me forget. Sorry,
Ridiculous.
nosebleed.
Mom's hot.
Yeah, mom's hot, Karam.
Yeah. Me and Ego laugh when we do the tomboys handshake together.
Yeah.
I decided to go leave and see Alfred.
Start chanting, Karen's mom's hot. Karen's mom's hot.
Karam storms out of the room and goes to visit Alfred, who makes Karam his favorite drink and gives him some really good life advice, makes him feel better like he always does. Sends him back to bed. By the time you get back to your bedroom, your other friends are already asleep anyway. So you fall asleep last.
I'm on the bed.
Alright.
I'm on my bedroll.
I want to say that I took one of my shitty pieces of paper and I wrote Kieran a note in my blood. And it said, sorry I laughed because your mom's hot. We're still cool. I spelled cool with a K. Weird bloody heart. Air cool.
Alright, and you find that on your pillow when you return to your room.
I set it on my dresser to dry, let it dry, and then I try to go to sleep.
The next morning, Bekefo, still inside the crystal, fixed to the necklace that Karam's mom is wearing. Upon daybreak, when both their souls arise, there is a contest for who controls the body.
Hit it.
Between you and Bridget.
I got
I got a 20 also. We both got natural 20s. I don't even know what to do with that.
Plus 2.
Let's do
Plus
it.
6. So you got 26 altogether.
You win, even though you both got natural 20s. We're gonna say that, like, she woke up and was in control of herself for a second, then you took over. So it was like for a second she was awake. And then
I
you took...
start caressing myself and I'm like, shh.
Yeah. You'll notice that there's an arm draped across you, that of Karam's father.
Yes.
0.
Yeah, Zurl.
Zurl.
Or as I call him,
Yeah.
Zuzu baby.
Karam's father Zurl, or Zuzu baby, as now you're going to call him all of a sudden. Has his arm draped across you. He's still asleep. You've woken up before Karam's father.
I figure out a little bit about the relationship between me and Karam's dad.
That would either be a knowledge history to try to access Karam's mom's memories, or it would be a sense motive to sort of like feel out the relationship based on what you've seen and based on the fact that you're in bed together.
Since I'm still laying in bed, I would like to do the knowledge history to see if I can figure out any of her memories. Oh yeah, it's a 3.
Alright, you recall very little. You're lucky you remember her name and Zuriel's name. That you've seen her in passing, you've seen him in passing, you haven't seen them together as much. So this is your first experience with him, but you are naked in bed with him, and apparently they had fun last night, so...
Yeah, they did. Oh, can I do a perception of how much fun they had?
Yeah.
18.
Sheets are ruined.
Damn.
Yeah. Poo and everything.
All the fluid.
All the fluids. There's even earwax on there. I don't even know why. Earplay. Yeah, he's still asleep. Matter of fact, the house seems quiet. It's still dark, very early. You don't think you even hear the sounds of anyone else stirring, the servants or your other allies. It seems pretty quiet. Dead of the morning. Like right before anyone would wake up.
I would like to look around the bedroom that I'm in. Okay, is that a perception again?
That's a perception again.
Okay. Like maybe like look through my stuff, me, Karen's mom's stuff, or just kind of like, I'm not looking around that good though because his arms on top of me is 7. Yeah, oh wait, I do have +5, but still, it's not that great.
Yeah, it's not great, but you can see in the
I
dark.
do have dark vision.
You can make out the shapes with dark vision, but you probably just can't see very much. Everything seems to be closed up, so you see furniture. But other than that, you don't see a whole lot. You could probably assume the things they own, if you're looking for things, are probably inside these pieces of furniture. So, like, if you're looking for clothes or jewelry or any kind of other objects, they're probably locked away, and some of these are just stored away in these chests or in these furniture in some way. Nothing like laying out, really, except for the piles of clothes on the floor from the previous day.
Okay, I would like to explore some of the rooms around my bedroom. I would like to go around the house. I want to go around the house. I want to open some doors.
Alright, so you want to get out of bed?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm out of bed.
I'm gonna roll a perception check, see if you notice as you're getting out of bed. I rolled low enough that you're able to get out of bed without noticing. Roll me a stealth check just in case, but I rolled really low, so you're probably not having any problem at all.
I have 5.
5 is actually not good enough of a stealth, so you're unable to sneak out of bed. You do a horrible job. He's a pretty deep sleeper, but just as soon as you get out of the bed, he stirs and looks over you and says, "Honey, you're getting up early."
I smile and then I turn back towards that arm that was laying on me and I start kiss and licking it and just kiss up his arm to his face and just kiss a bit and then snuggle in to see what happens.
All right, you lick his arm and snuggle back into bed and see what happens. Roll diplomacy.
19.
Yeah, he seems interested. He has the morning wood, so he goes in for another morning round of fun.
As true to what I told myself I would do with this character, I'm gonna suck his dick.
All right, you suck Karam's father's dick.
Yeah, did I roll for that?
Yeah, roll maybe diplomacy for seduction.
Girl.
5.
I do a sloppy job.
Yeah, sloppy job. This is a new body for you. The arms are really long. It's just a different motion for you. He doesn't seem that into it. It still happens, though.
Yeah, okay, cool. I just kind of shrug and going.
Alright, how about the rest of the party can roll a perception check now?
Bad blowjob better than none. 19.
I got me.
What did I get? A 6 or a 9. We're not even gonna add anything.
Karam is still asleep, but Arag and Eriku wake up. You hear something. Sounds like a bad hand job. Maybe a blow job.
Quite a few
You
bad
can't tell me
blowjobs
that
in my
the
day. That's definitely a bad.
Eric looks over at Ego and just like gives him a look and just like giggles.
I do a little sad pat. You know what's up.
Alright. They finish the completion.
We're finished.
Some time passes. Some awkward silence. After a while, Karam begins to stir. You guys have been laying awake now after all of this, and Kefu has been up in bed, cuddling.
Where's the boar at right now?
Eric cuddling with the boar.
You wake up with the boar there, still asleep, but probably going to wake up soon, hungry for Pesh. Eriku's already starting to consider it. But all three of you are awake now. The sun started to shine in through the windows. Here's some noise upstairs, like your parents are stirring again. Like getting dressed, probably. Not stirring in that way, just like they're getting out of bed, probably getting dressed, washing up.
Nothing of it.
We'll find out. Maybe it is going to happen again. I'll turn by some rolls in a minute, but...
Still in my mom's body. Daddy touched her. I wanted to give him my hunting license.
I too wanted to go get my hunting license.
Oh.
Hunters Guild is located in the co-op, which is in the northeast part of town of the Dunks.
I would like to hunt.
I was thinking, as like I've been kicking ass
How
lately.
much do licenses cost? At
Don't
least
know yet.
then if we're hunting, we don't have to pay off the guards when we are.
Yeah, we gotta make sure our shit's legit.
Yeah.
Instead, I have to pay a bounty on a fucking
And we can
squirrel.
end up selling whatever we
Pelts, sell some pelts.
whatever
Y'all
last
like
we
that
use in
steak
the
for
body.
breakfast?
We're on the road. I got trail rations.
No, I'm
You guys want to like leave the room and make some noise and see if the Kefo tries to join you?
Yeah, I was gonna talk to Pearl before I leave my bedroom.
You guys are getting ready. You can pick from any of your fabulous outfits that now belong to you.
Okay, so like I get out of bed, put on like first, and I'm looking at like Karen's or dad dude girl, and I'm like, Zuzu baby, I'm worried about our son, right? And I'm like, I think I should like try to help him a little.
What do you mean?
Maybe I can just tend to hang out with them out of pure interest, but maybe help just like guide them a little bit, make sure they don't get hurt. He's my baby. What
I
do you
guess that's your call. You have all day for you. I guess if you think Karam is gonna let you hang out with him and his friends, that's I guess his call.
I need to bond with my child. Maybe I can take them to the beach.
I'm sure he would love that. You guys haven't been down to the beach in a long time.
I like the real like bossy anime eye going, and I like run over to the bed, and I like just like kiss him real quick, and I'm like, and I don't say anything, and then I like smile a little bit, and I like turn around back to the closet, and I find like a dignified but like beach episode appropriate sundress.
All right, so you find a sundress.
And I do like one of those Sailor Moon moves where you just like do one circle, but when you
Then
turn
you're
around
dressed.
all the way,
Yeah.
your dress is on you.
Transformation.
And then I put like this beautiful giant big floppy hat on with ribbons just like fluttering.
All right, you look fabulous. You're ready for a day.
Oh, and maybe just like some boots, because like it's the beach and shit might go down, so I'm gonna put boots on.
Something
too.
functional. I like it.
Yeah.
Ready for anything.
Stab the drug.
I look at
Nowhere, but
girl and I say, tomorrow never dies, and then I flick my
My
hair
room, I already did.
sexily at him and walk out to go find Karam and Ego and...
He says he loves you and stay out of trouble.
I'm not gonna say anything. I just like look back at him, smile, and walk out.
All right, you walk out as he finishes getting ready for his long day of work, and you burst into Karam's room where they're all they're all getting dressed also and discussing their plans to go hunting. So as you bust in the room,
Still trying to figure out what
What are y'all doing?
bathing suit I want to wear.
we're about to go get our hunting license.
I've got like 20.
I don't know.
Kira,
Some shit.
I
Whatever
told your
it's
dad
for.
I'm gonna take you out to the beach.
Karam's got an extra suit or two if you guys are going to the beach.
Mostly Speedo.
Half-orc swim nude.
I choose a teal but sparkly Speedo. Front part's steel, the back side's purple. They're sparkly.
You look
My
gorgeous.
favorite beach towel. And
Yeah.
I sling it over
Beautiful
my shoulder.
elf man.
Oh wait, we're going to get our license first, right?
Yeah.
So I put that.
Once elves start getting dressed to go to the beach, they forget about everything else.
I'm going to shoot some birds and boar or something.
Alright.
Maybe if they're
That's a
swimming.
lot over that.
I'm down to fish.
I'm just fucking.
Aram's just excited about going to the beach. Didn't get to go a lot as a child. You guys will know that the beach is along the Syriatic Ocean, which is south of the docks.
I do not have any kind of fishing equipment. Is there anywhere in town that I can buy some? Real quick before we leave.
There's some shops here in the north, or there are some places down by the docks that also sell fishing gear.
Perfect. Okay. Let's head to the co-op first and see how much this hunting license is, and then try to, go from there. See if it's even really an option, an affordable option, because I'm sorta almost broke.
Can I talk about my beach outfit?
Yeah, of course. Are you borrowing something from Karam?
Eric who borrowed Karam's just plain black Speedo. It's really tight on me, and I have an animal pelt covering my bosom. It's literally like a whole animal pelt, and I have the arms and legs like tied behind my back.
Still got teeth and eyeballs and everything. Yeah. All right, you guys head out of the house and head east.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take one of those carriages.
Guys want to take a carriage towards the co-op?
Can we have Alfred drive us?
There's a normal carriage boy that normally drives it, but Alfred's capable if you'd like to bring him instead.
Yeah, bring it out.
Yeah, Alfred.
All right, Alfred
I
comes.
also have a pair of sunglasses on and a smudge of sunscreen on my nose.
Oh, just the dot.
Sure, there's some of that at Karam's house you can also borrow. That's fine. You guys all pile into a cart together?
I didn't say anything about that. Do I have money? Mom has money.
You can, but you didn't get any from the house. Would you like to go get some?
Yeah, I would love to get. I'm gonna go find my purse. No, I'm gonna. No. I'm gonna be in the carriage. I look at Karam and I go, Karam, go get my purse. I'm Karam, go get.
Is that a diplomacy or an intimidate?
Alfred, go get my purse.
It's not a very paladin thing
You want
to
to
do.
tell Alfred? You can tell Alfred to do it. Alfred will go and retrieve your purse. It's okay. Alfred comes back with the purse and mounts back up on the carriage. Just roll a d20 and multiply it by 10. That's fine.
It's an 8.
So you have 80 gold in your purse. You have a bone comb. You have a small tin of lip gloss. You have a 5-foot silk rope.
Nice.
And a small dagger letter opener. Well, you have a dagger now.
Can I roll perception to see if I know what her bone comb is made out of?
It's maybe a knowledge nature.
6 or a 9.
Yeah, not great. You're not really sure. Yeah.
Can I appraise the bone comb?
You may see what it's worth. Yeah, you can roll that.
It's only a 6,
Yeah.
and I have no bonuses.
Yeah, you didn't get a really good glimpse of it.
We're like a carriage.
I take the comb out and I comb my hair with it and I put it back in my purse.
All right, you comb your
Eric,
hair.
ask Karam's mom if she can borrow some gloss.
Yeah, I say for show and then I hand her some lip gloss.
Me too.
All right.
Find another way to that lip gloss.
What kind of lip gloss was this?
It's rose-scented lip gloss.
Oh yeah, I put that shit on my lip.
Do you get someone else to open the tin for you?
I put my teeth around it gently and I open it and I kind of spit it out into my lap. And then I place the lip gloss in my lap also and dab it with my fingers and apply the lip gloss.
I like it. All right. And that's the story of one-armed lip gloss.
Put the tin back together and I pick it up and I hand it to Kira.
Here,
One
keeps his gloss.
painted arm.
Toss it back, Mom.
I also put some lip gloss on because it smells really nice and like rose.
Everyone except Arog is wearing lip gloss.
I hand it to Arag and I'm like,
Orc lips are good. They're meant to be leathery and healy, kind of look smart.
Seems counterintuitive. So you guys are heading sort of southeast down this road towards the co-op. You've told Alfred where you want to go, I assume. It's kind of gray out. It's mid-morning now, but it's not a great day. It's kind of cloudy, a little drizzly. You guys have reached the co-op, which is full of farmland and silos, grazing land for various herd animals in the northeastern part of town, just east of where you guys came from. You guys are sort of near the bottom part of the co-op right now, near the crossroads.
Near the crossroads?
Yep. And Alfred's going sort of southeast from there. And you guys reach the hunting lodge, the guild.
ooh, this is my favorite hunting lodge guild. Spins out of the carriage.
You guys dismount.
Out of the
Yeah, we're hopping out of the,
Alright.
yeah.
Wait for us, Alfred. Please.
We'll walk up in there.
Hello.
Look around for someone who seems like they belong there. I don't know.
I
What
look
does
at
this place
I
look
look
like?
for signs.
Yeah.
Alright, so this hunter's guild was sort of near the granary and the stable, and it's pretty early in the morning, so there's not a whole lot of activity here. Although there is a whole lot more near the herd land. You see a lot of people milling about in other parts, like in the farms or in the fields. But this side of town seems pretty quiet. Although there are 3 people here in the Hunters Guild. They seem pretty like hardy older dudes, thick beards. One is a dwarf, and the other 2 either humanoid.
I'll walk up to that one.
Annoyed one?
Yeah.
Alright, you walk up to the old man. He nods a simple, polite greeting.
Hello, good sir. Can I perhaps purchase a hunting and fishing license?
He coughs. and says hunting licenses are 25 gold per person per year.
What about fishing license?
It says fishing licenses are 10 gold per person per year.
I would like to purchase both of those licenses.
You may. You will have to fill those out with your official name and all that stuff, identifying you as who you are, so...
I would like to ask Awesome Individual if maybe he knows if I already have a hunting or fishing license.
No, he does not know that.
Weird question, though.
Customer service. I would like to check my purse. I would like to look through my cards.
You have no such thing in your wallet.
And fill out my paperwork in my own blood.
Nice.
Yes.
You filled out your paperwork in blood, making it very official.
That's in my tribe. So it's very official.
You nailed it.
Was I supposed to roll? Because I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Alright, so you don't find any sort of... You find no hunting license in your purse, but you do find a card with a swan on it that says C. Ovsky.
Yes.
Plot thickens. Put your mom into.
So, but no hunting or fishing license?
No, not in your purse, no.
I see that piece of paper and go, and then I just like put it aside for right now. I'll tell them about it later. We're in mixed company.
Anybody else buy their licenses?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'd like to buy mine too.
Alright, and he'll explain the local customs and rules for both. Hunting licenses. There's a limited amount of kills in the district, especially because there's not a very large animal population. It's nearly illegal to kill anything here. Some small animals you can get away with if they become a nuisance, killing them, but you have to have received a complaint. So basically, hunters in this town work more like pest control. So that's the only thing you're allowed to hunt in town is anything that's been reported by a citizen that needs eradicated. You guys now have a license to kill it for money. You can get paid to do it. With your license, you can also sometimes be granted access or passage, if you can afford it, outside of the docks to the wastelands. If you can get to the wastelands and hunt stuff there, you can make good money for what you can get out there, but it's very dangerous. Not a lot of people come back. But if you come back, you can come back with a lot of rewards. Very strange creatures out there, so the things that you come back with are usually more rare, worth more money. But you have to be able to afford passage there and be willing to risk it.
Do you happen to know how much that passage costs?
That varies ship to ship, captain to captain, or however you get there. I mean, if you have a passport, if you have a way to cross through the city gates, you can get there by this foot. You have to travel through several towns to get there, several other districts. Or you can get there by boat, or if you can find some other way, that's up to you, you know. Fishing, of course, the only place you can fish is in the south on the Syriatic. A lot of that area is controlled by some orc gangs, so be very careful in that area. A lot of the docks are controlled by these gangs, and sometimes they will shake you down for money for using their docks. Usually if you give them money, they'll go away. Not necessarily the law, but just to avoid trouble. They say usually, hey, just pay off whatever orcs hassle you, and they'll leave you alone. They'll also tell you about the fish statue there that's legendary. They recommend all fishermen visit there. It says for good luck, and there's some magic, supposedly legends about it. So they always recommend that new fisher licenses visit there for their first fishing trip for good luck. They also warn you not to go too far out in the ocean. They'll say you can see I don't know if you guys have ever been to the beach before, but if you get to the Syriatic, you'll notice where the water changes from a blue color to a grayish brown to a brackish black. Once the water changes color, it's not safe for you to be out there fishing in it. We don't even send boats out that far that often, so they encourage you to stay close to the shore if at all possible, to fish from the shore, and not to go out in a boat without any experienced crew.
So at this point, I take out some of my red paint. I take out my fancy fur jacket that hire me on the back of it, and I use one of my paints I take out my blue paint. I paint over the D with some of my red paint, and I write E so it says hire me again. And then under that in the blue paint, I write Terminator, and I wear the fur coat over
roll
my
me
paint.
a craft check to modify this jacket to now say hire me exterminator instead of hired.
I got an 18.
Pretty good job. Not
I wear it.
perfect, but looks good enough. Yep, got it on the back now. Now sport an exterminator jacket.
Is it in any way legal if we have to get a license to chop down any kind of timber?
He says, well, it's illegal to cut down any trees here in the docks. You can collect scrap wood when it falls, but if you're caught causing a limb to break or causing a tree to fall, you can be prosecuted. Trees here are very valuable, very rare, and they're needed to help regulate our oxygen levels. So,
What about outside of the dump?
outside the docks, if you can find a tree, it's none of their business. I mean, all the other trees are going to be in other districts, and they'll have their own laws. The wasteland doesn't have any trees left, so
That's all I needed. Thank you very much.
yeah, that's why paper and wood is so expensive.
What was the limited amount of kills
She can build us a
again?
boat.
For hunting?
After a
It's
while.
near zero. Like for most animals, some animals have like a one kill allow a limit unless they are reported by a citizen to be a nuisance. And then you're able to kill and collect nuisance animals with a hunter's license.
Oh, happen to have any of those reports before we leave? Has anyone said anything about any kind of animal control they need done?
He'll actually say that there are some field workers in the northern part of the co-op that were complaining about a rodent infestation.
A little like war vest or something that our animal helper could wear to establish them as on the job, like a police dog.
I rolled high enough that he's going to have something that might work. It's not boar specific, but he does have a brightly colored small vest that could work on your boar that can be modified to work. That way no one accidentally shoots your boar when we're out there hunting.
I'm gonna take it.
Itaka's now brightly dressed. We probably assume you just brought the boar with you in the cart. At this point in time, you're putting the thing on the boar, and the boar's getting kind of anxious. You can tell it's the part of the day where he's starting to need its pesh.
I like scratch behind his ears, like softly, and be like, shh.
Alright, Eric who notices, and that reminds Eric who she could probably go for a pesh too. She's been fighting it lately.
I'm gonna try and fight it.
Are you gonna fight the addiction? Seeing the pig go crazy, you're like, I'm no pig. Roll your fortitude save, I believe it was.
I got a 21.
Man, the boar can't try to fight
And
it.
21 is good enough. The boar can try to fight it too. Roll your fortitude save for the boar as well. If you want to try to get the boar to not take the drug.
He's like embarrassed and wants to impress his human hot MILF owner. But he only got 13.
Alright, so he needs that pesh. He's gonna start acting out in the store if you don't get him some pesh or take him outside.
I'm like, and then can I try to get in Karen's mom's mind politely? I'm gonna be like, Karen's mom, Bridget, about to take us on crazy adventures. Work with me here, and I'm gonna try to find out if she's got a place that she gets her pesh from.
I mean, you know you guys already have pesh, but you can roll a history to see if she has also been on pesh before.
I want to know where her drug dealers live. 7. I don't know. Alright, I'm like, y'all, let me get some pesh for
Just do
her.
it in my room.
Can I just give him like a half portion though? I don't want to give him the whole.
If you're gonna feed it to him, you can't give him a half pesh. For him to take a half, someone has to smoke it with him.
Can I just send him out into the woods to like,
Try to fight it out there.
yeah, just go be a boar. in the
You can
woods.
not. You can just not give it to him. He'll just take a hit for right now until he heals. So if you're okay with taking the hit, you can.
I'm nice enough in town though. I might have to send him later.
So here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna take 1d2 con damage and 1d2 wisdom damage. So go ahead and roll those for me if you want.
We were doing plus with students higher, so it's better, but not in this situation.
Yeah, it's negative.
So you take -2 to your con, and then roll it again.
Oh,
So you're gonna take -2 to your wisdom today for the hog.
that's cool.
So he's a little bit weaker and a little bit dumber today.
I hand them to Eric.
I cradle him in my arms. I cradle him as he fights addiction.
All right. He's got the hog sweats.
And I rock him back and forth and sing him the song of my people.
All right. You guys want to buy anything else while you're here? Traps, nets, fishing line, fishing equipment, anything like that?
What are the prices of everything?
I don't know
Are
right
there things
now.
to buy?
A fishing kit is only 5 silver, which is half a gold. So you guys can get 2 fishing kits for 1 gold.
Yeah, I want a fishing kit.
I would totally get a fishing kit.
I would
like a
also...
fishing kit.
Wait, is a fishing kit a one use?
A fishing kit comes with a fishing pole, with tackle, including hooks, lines, sinkers, floats, and lures. So it has everything, and it's more than 1 use once you have it.
Half a gold.
Half a gold. 0.5 gold, so it's 5 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold. You would also like to get a net with it. Net's only 4 gold for a net, actually. Nets are much more expensive.
I already have a net.
I will
But they're
get a
5 foot by 5 foot nets.
Is this net better than my net?
What kind of net do you have?
Fishing net.
This is the kind of net you have.
I would like to ask if they have any sunglasses.
Not here. That's something that you have more in the Northland shopping district. This is more like hunting and survival supplies.
Sunglasses are survival supplies.
Just out of curiosity, are there any traps or anything like that we can buy, like animal traps?
Yeah, you can buy animal traps, underwater animal traps like lobster traps. You can buy bear traps. You can buy rodent traps.
I buy a rodent trap and a bear trap.
Which size rodent trap do you buy?
What sizes are there?
Small.
Like a large?
Yeah.
Small.
Small, medium, and dire.
How big is a dyer?
Dyer's like a big motherfucker.
Size of
I
large.
want like a rat trap.
Human size.
Between a large dog and a small horse.
Oh, I just want like a rat trap I can tie to my belt.
It's like a small rat trap, a regular one.
Yeah, I want a small one. How much is that?
Those are 2 silver,
Small rat
0.2
trap.
gold. Those are the size of a normal rat trap. Bear traps and the larger rat traps are 20 gold each.
I buy a bear trap and I strap it to my back. I look fierce.
You mentioned bait. What kind of bait do we have here to improve my odds of fishing?
It does have some live bait, fresh bait. Like you have lures in your fishing kit, so you already have lures. But if you want fresh bait, they have that.
Yeah.
That can increase your chances. That's pretty
Nice.
cheap. That's only 1 silver for a 10 of 10 uses.
And spend a gold on that.
What kind of bait?
Fishing bait.
Oh, I buy 20 bait as well.
Yeah, me too.
The silver is a 10th of gold.
Oh,
Like
fuck. You know what, fuck it. I'll get 100 bait.
I'm getting 50.
No, I'm fine. 20's fine.
I'm gonna get 100 bait too.
Everybody gets a bunch of bait, fishing gear.
Umbrella?
Umbrella?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got some durable umbrellas and
Yeah,
other
the
sorts
big
of
ones?
coverings. Yeah,
How
really
much
big
is
ones.
that?
80 gold.
How much is the small one?
60 gold.
Yes. Karen, buy me an umbrella.
I can buy a small umbrella.
They're camouflage.
Oh no, that'll look horrible at the beach. Let's just go to the store after.
Okay, never mind.
You want something less camouflage, you have to go to the market.
It's sunscreen.
I've got 7.8
Here or at
gold,
the
so...
market?
Artisanal sunscreen in the market.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
You guys
Hey,
ready?
I have a giant hat. I don't need an umbrella.
There you go.
Alright, you don't need the umbrella. You guys leave the hunting guild.
Yeah, we're leaving the hunting guild. We're heading
Rejoin,
down.
rejoin Alfred in the carriage.
Yeah, we're
Cart.
going south to go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready
Each
to
episode.
Oh,
maybe fight some orcs if we go down there.
I would-
Controlled by
Each
orcs or...
episode.
I would like to have secretly bought a fishing kit and bait for Alfred too.
Okay, you can buy one for Alfred too. They can join you in the fun.
But I'll
Nice
reveal
deal.
that later.
Alright.
Alright. Let's go on to the beach montage.
You guys head south past the Donks Forest. The weather still looks pretty unfavorable, pretty gray day, but you guys seem to be making the best of it. You head past the High East in your carriage. You guys are now approaching the crossroads near the Donks. Seems pretty quiet because it's so gray out, not quite as busy in this area of town. At this point, you guys need to head west. Alfred will do. You guys are now heading past the part of town called Melra. Alfred will express hesitation bringing the cart through this area. There are a lot of cart attacks.
Doors. Lock the door.
Robberies, yeah. Lock the doors. Roll up the windows. So he expresses reluctance about driving through this area. You guys are nearing where the first dock is sort of at. If you would want to veer off the road and sort of drive through the streets through the town here, veer off the main road and into Melra. You can head towards the first dock, or you can head further down to the second dock, or you can head to the middle of this area and visit the fish statue.
Let's go to the first dock.
Let's go to the fish statue.
Fish statue. Fuck it. Yeah, that sounds
Can we
interesting.
see the size?
Yeah.
The fish statue is located between the two docks, sort of like right in between the two docks is a very large fish statue. And Alfred will sort of veer through town, headed that direction from here. So you're sort of going southwest through this Melra area. As you guys are nearing the fish statue, you see a group of orcs on either side of the fish statue, dressed in different colored bandanas wrapped around their arms. Seem to be getting into a tussle near the fish statue. A group wearing red bandanas and a group wearing blue.
You guys should probably stay away from this. Unless...
I mean, do we want to get involved?
Do we
Seems like they've got their shit in.
Yeah, I feel like we should stay away from... the whole idea of beach day was to get,
Yeah, we're trying to
make money off of fish and whatever we catch.
But also at the same
We'll
time...
have fun and
How many orcs are out there?
Yes. Outnumbered.
There's about 11 in total. Probably 5 on one side, 6 on the other. A couple of them seem drunk, even though it's pretty early in the day. A few in a yelling match with each other, a little bit of physical, like shoving and threatening with weapons. But if you guys want to roll perception to see if you can see the fish from here with the orcs, see what you can see from here before you get any closer.
Yeah, I would definitely like to scope out the fish.
Would you like to tell Alfred to stop as well?
Oh,
Yeah.
Alfred, darling, please! Hold
keep
the
a
car!
distance.
Non-suspiciously.
A drive-by.
Yeah, Eric's right. Let's just do
Like,
a
Should
drive-by.
Does the carriage have a window? Can I hang out of it with my axe?
I mean, it's pretty much open air. It's pretty much open air on top. It's more of a cart than a carriage. Like, you can sit in it, but it's not that fancy.
Well, I lean over the side and I like yell woo at the gang like that fight.
Alright, roll perception as you guys ride by.
I rolled an 11.
Butterfly!
That's 21.
Eriku is going to be the only one that's going to notice the 3 statues, and probably because she's an artist, and just takes notice of the statues more than you guys are sort of like watching this fight about to go on. Everyone else is more interested in watching these orcs punch each other and stab each other and stuff like that. But Eriku notices the statues. There are 3 fish statues. One on its back, one on its side, and one on its belly with one eye missing. And they're very fine stonework. Being able to verify, you probably guessed Dwarven in nature just by the fact that it's such good stonework. Looks like it's been there a long time. It's old. It's covered algae and other growth being this close to the water.
I would like to roll the Keffa's knowledge roll or perception or whatever, but if it's some old shit, I would like to see if the Keffa knows what that is.
Unless Eriku points it out to you.
I got 3!
Yeah, unless Eriku wants to point it out to you, then...
My eyes get really big anime style as I stare at the statues.
Really?
I like put my hand on the keffa and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And like get your attention on it.
Alright, you can roll another perception check whenever Eriku says whoa to see if you notice what she's all about.
What's happening? 19!
Alright, so Eriku is able to distract you away from the fight for a minute to look at these glorious 3 fish statues. Roll knowledge history, Bakefo, to see if you remember anything about them.
Knowledge history! 17.
You remember something about them. You remember that they are a dwarven statue, one of the first things the dwarves built, and they finally made it above ground here because they were so thankful to be near the water again and be able to fish again, because something they couldn't do underground. There were some underground lakes and rivers that had some fish, but this was the first return to above ground fishing, a much heavier fishing atmosphere. And so they built this statue in dedication, and all three statues are, according to legend, have some sort of magical power, a blessing.
Oh yeah.
If you can solve the riddles that are carved on them. You can't read the riddles from here and you don't remember them, but you do remember that the fish all had names. The one on its back is called Gong Gong, the one on its belly with one eye missing is called Mazu, and the one on its side is called Nopu.
Nope. Yeah. Cool. I'm like, guys, and I just like tell them the three names that I'm not gonna stumble through right now, and I'm like, I totally know that because those have been around forever, and then I like sigh, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna try to do something.
Are we getting out of the carriage?
I'm like, Alfred, stop.
Alfred stops the car.
I'm
You
gonna
guys,
find out.
the carriage comes to a halt. A
I
mere
flip off part.
A mere 15 feet away from this gang altercation, so you guys have sort of passed them now, so you're like looking back at them, but they're about 15 feet away.
Tooth gang.
Right, you hop down off the cart?
Fighting at the statue.
They're fighting at the statues, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to go talk to them.
I do a flip off the back of the cart. Can I roll
Acrobatics.
acrobatics? With my great axe drawn, or my battle axe, I do an acrobatic flip off the cart. I got an 11.
But yeah, you didn't get hurt. It's just not a wonderful looking flip.
I kind of do a crescent moon around
More
the
like
gang
Western kind
towards
of
the statue.
So while Bakefo goes one direction, you sort of go around another.
I obviously go around so as not to really draw attention to myself. And
So that'd be a
an
stealth
attack.
check if you're not trying to draw attention to yourself.
I go into a barbarian raid. I roll a 17.
You're lucky. I rolled low if that's a good enough stealth that since they're caught up in their fight, they're not going to notice you. You are sneaking right now. They don't see you. You're kind of flanking around that 15 feet. You can make that in this turn, so you're sort of already like right up on the statue. Kefos walked up in Karam's mom's body,
Yeah,
Bridget's
before
body.
I walk up there, I put one hand on each of Arog and Karen's shoulders, and I'm like, Arog, and I look at Karen, I'm like, son, and I'm like, let's go see what this lady's got, and I like affirmation their shoulder and go walk towards these guys.
But you guys all hop out of the cart.
We're gonna go confront this gang.
If you want to, I'm going.
There are 11 of
I'm
them.
neutral.
There are 11, 6 of one gang, 5 of the other.
Oh my
Go
god.
inside with one of them.
I'm gonna
and fight
try to
the others.
diplomacy this shit. I do that. I want to see if they recognize
Go on
me.
one side and
Alright.
turn on.
As you guys walk up, you'll hear they're arguing in Orc. So unless you speak Orc, you won't be able to understand them, which might only be Arog.
No, I speak giant, but not orc. Probably because I'm prejudiced.
Alright, so only Arog can understand what they're saying. It's mostly
Okay.
cursing, though, and gang
shit
fights.
talking.
You can tell, yeah, shit talking. You can tell they're just rivaling gangs. You know, you heard this guy, you killed that guy. They're using each other in violence, territory fights over drugs, money. They're lobbying various complaints, but only you understand it right now as you guys approach. They seem pretty caught up in their fight, so unless you guys disturb them or try to cross through them, they don't seem to
As
even
I
notice
come
you.
up, I'm like doing like a dance. I'm like,
You
I'm
were
like,
15 feet, but now you're approaching, which means you can make it there right now. You can make it there in one turn.
I'm trying to
You're
see
all
what
up
I'm
on
gonna
them.
I'm
do,
gonna
guys,
stick
'cause I'm
back
the
a
only one
little
who
bit.
speaks sword.
Start praying.
Yeah.
How many feet would you like to stick back, Karam?
However feet my crossbow can.
Well, you're already 15. You can either go farther away or like 5, 10.
Stick back 20 feet.
Alright, so you actually walk farther away than Alfred. Because he's only like 15 feet away, right? You like give.
No, we were that close.
Yeah, you're like 15 feet away. Alright, you staying with the cart,
You know, the cart praying. I got
and
it.
you got your crossbow out just in case.
Yeah.
I would
Alright.
like to cast my spell of virtue. Gains 1 temporary hit point. Glow sparkling
Wow.
with magic virtue, and I'm just like dancing up.
Let's roll me a perform check to do the dance.
Yeah, lovely.
A very average dance move. You know, this is a new body to you. Those long limbs again might be a little weird. Are you trying to like diplomacy something with this dance move, like draw attention to yourself or talk to people, or
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to them. I walk up and I'm like, hey guys, what's up?
diplomacy with "Hey guys, what's up?" with your cool dance moves?
19.
One of the orcs turns around and says, "Shut the fuck up, bitch," and shoves you. Roll for initiative.
I pull out. No.
I walk
My
up.
I have a leather opener.
I know.
Everyone needs to roll for initiative. I'll give Erica a bonus for initiative since she had that sneak.
Oh, I got a 7.
10.
I roll on that one.
You got your sneak, but you're not going to go first, so they're not going to see you, but you'll have to go last.
I got 19.
10.
10. What was yours, Bageffo?
Did I roll? It's 5.
I rolled a 5 for group initiative, so I'll let you go first since you're a player. So it'll be everyone, then all the orcs, and then Eriku. So
So I'm kind of on the other side of the statue.
yeah, you're on the bottom side of the statue near the water, and they're on the top part of the statue near the cart.
I'm gonna go up and step in between Kefo and the orc that shoved her real quick. And in orc, I go, what, like, whoa, what's the problem, my brother?
All right, diplomacy.
Turn to shit, but fuck it. Evan,
Is she with you?
oh yeah, she's with me.
Damn, Arog, we didn't know you hung out with that trash.
Okay,
You know, she's a friend's mom.
Jump in and help us with this.
I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Props.
Brooks?
Yeah, they're complaining because these guys are on their territory. The statue is sort of in the center of their two territories, so it's always fought over. So it's a very contested area.
Fucking crooks. Yeah, we're gonna back these guys up. Who are the blue guys, by the way? They seem to know me.
Yeah, the Blutes. They are one of the orc gangs in the south part of town that you got in trouble for hanging out with.
Yeah.
Oh.
nice.
That's why your family won't let you back in the house.
Well then,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm with the blues.
Yeah, blue.
I'm like, all right, guys, let's fucking do this.
All right, you guys join into the fight.
Yeah.
Arog, you just said all that in orcs. You might need to let your friends know what's happening.
I'm gonna tell them these guys are the cruxes, and the blue guys are the blues. The blues are my homies. We go way back.
I say
So now we
that's
gotta indirect
that's
the game.
cool. That's cool that the blues are your homies. And I like run up on the guy that was talking shit to me, and I tried to like jump up and like power thigh around his face real quick and just like shove him down to the ground, and I just like point at him, and I'm like,
All right, so first you need to do an acrobatics to jump up to his face. Then you can do a CMB to grab his face with your legs. And that's gonna be all you can do this turn.
oh wow, is that a one?
No, it's not a one.
Too, yeah. You barely leave the ground, but you're still getting used to this new body. So you just do like a little bunny hop. You look kind of ridiculous. And Eric's looking at you like, don't do it, yeah.
She's crazy.
You don't know what she's gonna
Yeah.
do, little sundress looking woman. She's crazy.
I'm nudging up and like, look at my mom.
She'll definitely be handy and funny.
Yeah, can she fight? As if, you know, she's gonna get hurt if she can't fight. So
Probably
I
funny.
can
I hope
fight.
your mom doesn't
Let
hurt
me
her.
I hope
I'll
she
like
doesn't.
Hold on. No.
No, wait, I have improved unarmed strike, okay? So I'm gonna use that.
Would you like a dagger? I will give you my dagger.
I will after I barehand meet this guy.
You got a letter opener. You're good.
Yeah, that's the dude you're talking to is one of the blues. The
I
guy
know.
you're trying to cross
I
straw.
know, I'm not trying to.
Okay.
I come at him with an unarmed strike, and I just strike him one time. But as I strike, it ends in I'm like, don't ever talk like that to me, young man.
I'm trying to figure out, is that a normal attack, I guess? So roll BB plus strength.
It's a motherfucking threatening ass 16.
Alright, so that was 16 attack. That's gonna be a miss. You can still roll an intimidate to see how intimidating it is, though.
Yeah, I let the wind hit him. I got an 11.
Yeah, not very intimidating. Rich lady in a sundress, pointing a finger at a big orc guy.
I animate at him and then walk back behind my son.
Your friend in orc will say, "Control your hoe."
Crack my letter dagger.
Flash
under
that
my
around.
hand. No.
Should be fine. I hope.
I believe, Karam, you also had initiative before the group. Would like to do anything.
Alfred.
You're back by the cart, but if you would like to do anything, you
I
can.
am an Alfred. I'm just gonna hang out back and watch.
Alright, you chill. Keep an eye on everybody.
We died, so I yelled, I died! This is
I rolled that it's at this moment that the fight between the two groups does actually break out. You guys are not on the front lines, luckily.
What? Yeah.
Only one's gonna come for your side, and they're coming for Arrow because he's the one they recognize as part of this gang. Oh, I rolled really low, though. It's only a 4 versus your AC. It's a big whiff. So he swings a punch at you and misses.
Wait, are they fighting me unarmedly?
Yeah, it's just a fist fight right now. Some of them have weapons, but the one that swung at you just was with fist. So one of your guys did get hit, though. And then it's on to Eriku, who's sneaking up from the rear, behind the red guys.
I'm in a rage, so I have +4 strength. Can I clench my battle axe and my
It's a hefty order. If you're enraged, I'll allow it.
Okay, I do that for dramatics, and I start climbing up the middle statue. How tall is
Alright,
it?
the middle statue is Mazu. It's the fish on its belly with one eye missing. So it's not very tall. It's a fish on its belly.
Well, I climb up on it. Can I,
You're probably about 5 feet off the ground.
And I'm looking above everyone fighting.
By about 5 feet, yeah. So not by very much, but yeah.
Can I read any clues in the statue?
You can roll a perception check to try and read the inscription while you're up there.
I got an 8.
Alright, this fish is laying on its belly with one eye missing, his mouth open, and near his mouth there's an inscription that says, "If you see the sea like me, then you are very lucky." Beneath its mouth is a bucket made of stone as well. Yeah, and from your vantage point of the statue, you see the fight has just broken out. They seem to be all engaged with each other and didn't notice you behind them all yet.
Can I use an acrobatics to try and jump on the right statue? Yeah, I roll an 8.
Alright, so you're not gonna quite make it. You're gonna hop down and not quite make it all the way to the statue, but you land sort of like just at its base. One of the orcs from one of the gangs turns back to look at you, so now your spot's been kind of compromised, but you are now facing another statue.
That motherfucking crook that hit my balloon. I'm gonna go for that guy. The one who made first contact. He got a 12.
Yeah, I realized that I really don't want to kill Karen's mom, so I kind of just like go to the statues. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Alright, so to get to the statue from where you are, you have to cross through the gang, which means you have to face attacks of opportunity. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna like dance scare dodge through, so like to cause confusion in the red team to help the blue
Alright.
more easily.
Alright, I got a 17 versus your AC, so that's gonna be a hit. I missed one, and the second one's only an 11. So those are 2 hits on you. It's gonna be 8 damage.
Like to my.
No, you have 9 right now, though.
Oh yeah, the one temporary.
Holy shit, you gave yourself a temporary hit point.
And you fucking needed it.
But now you're right at the middle. You're like now walked up to the middle statue past a couple of guys. You just got hit on the way there.
Hold on. Detect magic. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, you can cast Detect Magic, and you will Detect Magic on the statues in front of you.
Detect magic on these statues.
Yes, you Detect Magic. You do it for more than one round, you can detect more. Right now, you do, yes, Detect Magic. So you have a Universalist type of a mixture of Dwarven magics hewed into the stone. Karam, do you do anything from the cart?
Yeah,
Fine
Do
with
you
me.
see your mom get hit?
I'm devastated.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna leave a mark.
I want to go try to heal her, but then I also want to kill the dudes that were like punching at her.
Still your mom's
And I
body.
also kind of want to get Alfred. I want to get her back in buggy with Alfred. Get her away a little bit, you know, like.
You gotta choose one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, you have to
True.
I think I'm gonna shoot somebody.
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot the first guy that punched her.
Yeah, top power in.
No, they gang members. Punching out my mama. 20.
Oh, it's a miss.
What? Son of a bitch.
Either it just barely missed, or it like hit his hide of his armor and bounced off.
Oh, Alfred is not being, but
Get the cart farther away from here?
yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah, you can tell how much farther where would you like to tell Alfred to move the cart to? Like, you can tell him to move it a distance in a certain direction, or you can tell him to move back to the main road.
Here.
Circle
We are
around.
Yeah.
There are 2 dogs. As for a reference.
You're yelling this towards the other dog.
Use your binoculars, Alfred.
So towards the dock you haven't passed yet, the farther dock,
Yeah,
the second dock.
still hear us. Yeah.
Alright,
Beach
so
day, I said.
he heads towards the second dock. Karam remains behind to fight.
I'm an exterminator.
Both sides took some damage during that period of time, but Arog was missed, so someone swung on you but missed again, Arog. And then it's on to Iraku, who's now in front of a second statue.
How far away am I from all the gang fighting?
No more than 5-10 feet.
I climb up the statue I was trying to jump on top of.
Okay, you climb up on top of that.
It's still in my mouth.
Which one is that?
Still in a rage.
Alright, it's only 5 feet tall, so you have no trouble climbing that.
The one to the right of me.
Yep, that's the one that's on its side.
And I try to read the clues on the statue.
Do you speak Aquan?
No.
You
I
cannot understand. You can see the words, but you can tell they're written in a language that you don't understand. I just had to ask that. You don't know it's Aquan, you just don't know what it is. I just have to ask that in case you do happen to have Aquan.
try to do an acrobatic over to the other fish.
On the other side of the one on its belly, so farther away.
It's a big acrobatic.
Yep, so roll me a high one.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, you trip and fall, so you're now prone, you're on your belly. You now have definitely garnered the attention of one of the orcs in the fight. But they haven't swung on you yet or anything. It's just, you just got the attention for sure now.
Gather information though. What? Okay, so I got their attention, right?
Yeah, but you're prone, you've fallen down. But at least one of them has looked over at you for sure now, towards the of you and Bekefo.
Is there anything else I can do right now? I'm just laying on the floor.
Yeah, you did. Well, you could still do a standard if you have a standard.
I can attack while laying on my belly,
Yeah, you take a minus, a big minus.
but I can attack while laying on my belly.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's close enough to you right now, unless you want to shoot. Yeah, no one's close enough to you unless you want to do a ranged attack.
I lay on my belly, and the only way I can think to attack would be to give whatever orc noticed me the finger, and I just aggressively lay on my stomach in a rage.
Alright, that might be. I'll allow an intimidation check on that if you like.
With my battle axe still in my mouth.
Yeah, intimidation check. Let's look a guy off.
I got a 20.
He turns back away from you and is like, fight, I'll just
Get away from them.
deal with that later. He's paying more back attention to the fight he's already engaged in anyway.
I'm gonna try and punch that same orc that I missed earlier. 16.
Miss.
I'm gonna try to read the magic vibes of these.
So no one is gonna help me.
I'm getting there.
Super strong, magical, like legendary dwarf, and like this is old magic. So the nature of it's very mysterious, very powerful. You know that these kind of things are the kind of things that dwarves usually created to hide some sort of secret or some sort of item within, or some sort of magical power, or a very strong power.
Can I roll somehow to try and figure out how to make magic things work?
I think with your dwarven knowledge already, you would know that the riddles that are printed on them hold the clues to unlocking them. Knowing dwarven legendary magic like this, they would know that they would be long gone before someone discovered the secret. They would be like, it'd be like a puzzle. So there's probably a riddle or something on there that needs to be solved to unlock their power.
I yell over to Erica laying on her stomach, flipping off the orc gang fight, and I'm like, Erica! I'm like, symbols and shit! Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm just trying to like look around.
That's what I've been
I'm like
doing.
squinty
Wait, can I
eyed.
tell her what I've seen already?
If you can say it in 6 seconds, yes.
Oh my gosh. One has a say and the other is an Aquan.
Well, I can't speak that language, so I'm just gonna try and can I create 2 gallons of water in the fish's
You create 2 gallons of water in the fish's mouth. Next time you roll a d20, you must roll it twice and take the worst result. This particular magic has, if you do it right, you get a reward, but if you do it wrong, there's a small punishment. This is your small punishment for doing the riddle wrong. You get 1 disadvantage roll.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bone to try and communicate to my husband.
Alright, you pull out your bone comb and hold it to your ear and start speaking into it. Like one of the magical devices of yore, which you heard about in legends deep in the caves.
Well, that was before, so
Well,
let's just hope.
Of course, talking to a comb's not going to get you in contact with your husband, but it does bring back memories. While you're doing it, roll me a history check, though, while you're doing this, since you did this sort of as a reflex.
3.
Alright, you don't remember a lot, but you'll know that if anyone else saw you doing this, they would be puzzled. This is a technology that only you're familiar with from the old world. So while you know holding this comb up to your mouth and talking to it is sort of a joke, no one else would get it. Alright, Karam, you can see the waves in the distance, the blue waves and the black waves in the distance, even farther out at sea. But you guys are at the statue, your friends are all fighting, you just fired off an arrow.
I do a quick prayer. Oh, I'm a dead, please. My friends and guide my bow. I want to try and intimidate the other gang.
Alright, so roll me diplomacy to tell Iamade that you want to intimidate the gang.
I want to be screaming my goddess's name while doing so. She's gonna get you! She's gonna get you! 11.
Alright. Iamade thinks that would be on some grounds, would be a great way to spread her name and her word, but maybe not the best way to do so. That causing more. If you could maybe find a way to resolve this conflict without violence, that would be a better way to honor Iamade.
Why didn't shoot? Damn, sorry.
If you're doing it to save your friends, you are allowed to defend your friends and shoot, but if you could find a way to resolve this without violence, that would be the higher path.
Force power people, so.
Wish I had the force power.
You will stop beating up my mom.
So your mamas and goddess would be so disappointed in you.
Alright, you yell that their parents would be disappointed and their gods. Roll me intimidate or diplomacy. 1.
That's 9.
They don't seem to care much for their gods or mothers, so.
Okay, I'm gonna fire at another dude.
Alright, roll it. See if it hits.
This time I'm gonna aim for the knee. I know it'd be harder. Get it. Get that fucking knee. Whoa!
Well, that's a miss. And then an 18 versus Arog.
Damn, that's a little too high for me.
Alright, you're gonna take 6 damage.
Damn.
One of them daggers you in the side.
Oh, so they're pulling blades now.
Oh, they're pulling blades now, yep. It's a serious fight.
That's hard to cross though.
I know. I was thinking about me. Alright, let me think of a different plan now. I was gonna try to fucking.
People on both sides took damage during that round.
What are
Both
the gangs looking at like by now? Like, there's been damage across.
There's been damage across the board, but definitely your guys have taken more hits than their guys have. I guess you guys are evenly numbered if it's just you and them fighting.
Yeah, it's 6 on 6. Fair odds.
Just Arog.
I rolled pretty well earlier.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to hit. They're pretty big guys with
Oh,
heavy
yeah.
Italian armor, so.
Intimidate them.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm about to try to intimidate those 6 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
With just like my best orcish roar. I'm about to hit him with the intimidate. That's a 17.
Catch the attention of 2 of the opposing gang. The two ones that have taken the most hits do fall back, and the ones that hadn't kind of come towards the front a little bit. You might have bought yourself at least one round with those two guys. You made them retreat for one turn.
Fuck it, they stabbed me. I'm going with the axe. Fuck this fisticuff shit.
Alright, so you grab your axe and swing it.
Just a street brawl, but we're trying to kill each other here? Alright. I thought this was for funsies, but it's serious.
There's no law down by the docks.
I thought it was like mildly crazy. This shit
You
is
thought
like
we were on a
Mad Max
beach episode.
style. Nope. One of the guys that are left. So that's 17.
Still a miss.
They're dodging.
While I'm just like holding on to life, trying to talk to fish statues. I hear Arog go crazy, yell, and try to intimidate these fools. And I try to use my light spell, make something shine like a torch. I like to torch these statues.
You can touch the one in front of you if you like.
Yeah.
Alright, you touch the one in front of you and cast light on it, and now glows with the radiant light,
Yeah, Gong Gong one is, right?
causing
I
some
don't know
mild
if it's
distraction.
I'm probably gonna have like 5 of these. Like, whatever.
Alright, shit. The
Yeah,
water
I'm
is
trying. Does
perfect.
it intimidate any of the?
It causes some mild distraction, not enough to stop anyone from fighting or anything, but it's definitely like, oh, a bright light just came on.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the glowing one.
I rolled low enough that you're not going to need attack opportunity to do it.
I'm gonna find secret words on it.
Yeah, this one, the one in the middle that you're by, the one you just turned that's glowing, it's written in common.
Oh yeah, what's it
That's the one I
say?
read earlier.
If you see the sea like me, then you are very lucky, with one eye missing.
That's the one missing an eye. I want to go look up through the eyeball. It's like an eye socket.
Yeah, one side's got an eyeball and the other side's got an empty eye socket. And the side that has an eyeball is facing the ocean.
Alright, I'm gonna try to yell at the gang with my 1 life point left, but I'm gonna address the crowd. I'm gonna address everyone. With my hand on the lit statue. Y'all motherfuckers! Like real like mom style. I'm like, alright, like but when mom's like, I've had it and it's like, y'all can keep on fighting or y'all can shut the fuck up and help me figure out how to open these real quick and everyone here right now can get some goddamn magic time. And then I make like this like face at them.
How you book it then?
I get buffed on them. Like, do you guys want to help me unlock magic or not? I just need to know right now. 1 magic left. Or 1
Do you have intimidate?
It's either diplomacy or intimidate one, whichever one you feel like that was. Depending how you want that to come across.
That's none too, so either one would be the same
Yeah.
thing.
Let's tell me which one and how you want it to come across.
16. Motherfucking diplomacy.
One guy kind of like glances over at you, but no one else seems to really pay much attention to your rambling. He seems somewhat interested by the word magic, but otherwise continues on with his fight.
There's a gang fight and some magic going on.
Yeah. Karam, you will spot the statue just all light up by the Kefo / your mom, Bridget.
How about that girl? Y'all better listen.
And you saw her scream about something.
If you guys listen to her, there's a chance you may get some money out of it if we find treasure. What if those statues bring us treasure?
Diplomacy. One guy says, if it does bring you treasure, then that's a Crux treasure. Then the guy says, no, it's a Blut treasure. And now they're fighting over whose treasure it would be, along with their normal gang fights. If you find any treasure, it belongs to us.
I'm gonna shoot at another guy's knee.
Alright, roll it. Do not hit a guy in the knee. The Krups only get 1 hit that time. They miss Arog.
Can I stand up and climb up the statue?
Yeah, you want to climb up the Nopu statue?
Yeah, the one I was trying to jump on.
You jump to the one that's on its back. So you run up to that statue and climb on it. It's actually written in Dwarven.
I holler out in general.
This one's written in Dwarven.
In hopes that someone will hear me who can speak Dwarven.
And I'm like, ah! From the
If you
top.
don't speak Dwarven, you can try to roll a linguistics check to see if you can make out any of it.
At a 19, kind of.
19, so yeah, maybe you've been hanging out with Bakefo a lot, and Bakefo has been whispering Dwarven, secret Dwarven nothings in your ear for a while. You're able to pick up some of the words with a 19. Recognize the word purity, and clean, and respect. You
Okay.
can't make out the rest of it, but you pick out 3 of the words.
That's cool. So my battle axe is still in my teeth, and I would like to take out my fishing net from above the statue. Can I attack with it? I'm going to throw my fishing net on top of all the gang activity.
It is a 5x5 net, so you can only capture 1 person in it, but you can throw it at one of them if you like.
Oh, the red guys.
Those are the crooks.
Because that's
Throw
all.
it toward the red guys.
18.
That's a miss.
It was worth a try, y'all.
Yeah, it was worth a try. It was
That
close. It came close, but it just got caught in the tussle.
So I've made a movement I climbed up. So I basically just draw my battle axe for next round.
So you get your battle axe back out of your mouth.
Yeah, I draw it and I holler a battle cry.
Alright, so now that your mouth is free, you yell. Alright,
Up
so
on the statue.
Eriku is indicating she's ready to fight now.
I'm still in a rage also.
So I'm going to intimidatingly stop this fucking fight and try to bring my orc brothers together.
Yes. Maybe that's
What do we
statues
do in
want.
fighting?
Do it
Maybe
with a
that's
headlock
what
and a
the
nudge.
statues-
This orc on orc crime has got to stop.
That's what the statues
Wait, are you lecturing them right now?
Yes,
Or,
fuck
okay.
it. I can't hit these bitches. I've been
You're
trying.
making
Alright, Eric's gonna try to bring everybody together.
Okay, I didn't know if you were addressing us or the
It's
orcs.
not been working. Arrows, axes, fists. I gotta
That's
find my
what the
words.
statues are trying to.
What are we doing? What are we doing, my brothers? My orc brothers. There are people out there trying to hold us down. We're fighting each other in the streets. That's what I say.
Alright, that's either diplomacy or intimidation. Sounds like a diplomacy right now.
I'm trying to do it in an intimidating way because that's that.
I'll let you roll intimidate. You're an orc, so if you want to roll intimidate.
I'm growling the whole
Yeah.
time. I'm angry, but I'm not angry at my homies.
Yeah. I'll let you roll intimidate if the idea is you're trying to scare them into stopping through some sort of veiled threat. They'll point across the thing and be like, this guy took something from me and this guy, murdered someone I know. Like, plenty of people right here took from me or murdered someone I know. Orc on orc violence is real.
Telling me.
I do like that line. Alright, well.
Do it.
I'll be like, I'll show you real violence. And then
Alright.
I swing my axe out. Fucking
Alright,
but
roll it.
The lead guy, the guy who's mouthing off the most in that little bit.
Alright, the mouthiest guy gets.
Stab me!
Yeah.
I know.
Swing that axe.
I gotta forget her face.
Not after a guy stabs you.
Come on! 16.
Another miss. So some blows are traded between the gang members still. Arog is missed again, the rest of you are still ignored.
Can I request, what's the status of the gangs by now? Like, if I just, like, do a
Your
quick-
gang is still weaker. There are losses on both sides. No one's passed out yet, but they're definitely injured on both sides.
Tried both
Okay,
ways.
I see Arog try, real hard to like bring his people together, and I see these people not listen to him, and I'm like, God damn it. And then I see him go after the guy that stabbed him, but not do so good.
You're reliving it right now.
So I know what. So I like glare dazzle that creature that he's going after.
I see you cast Flare.
Yeah, onto that.
What's flare? Are you just shooting fire?
No, I dazzle a creature.
It's more like Jubilee stuff from X-Men. I get a Fortitude save to see if I'm dazzled or not. I rolled low enough that I am.
Yeah.
So that guy will be dazzled for 1 minute.
Oh, cool.
Did it.
I did it.
Which means he'll take a -1 on any attack roll and any perception check. So it will make him less likely to hit, actually.
I'm gonna go over to that Gong Gong statue.
On top of it, I wave down at you.
You want a perception check to read the stuff in Dwarven?
Yeah. I speak that shit. What's it say? 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12.
Alright, 12. Some of it is being blocked by Eriku, but you can make out the second half of it. And say what you mean. Respect is the key. You can't read the first half.
One of them represents purity, one of them represents cleanliness, and the third one represents respect.
The Gong Gong has the smallest bucket, the Mazu has a medium-sized bucket, and the Gnopu has the largest bucket.
See the part through
Oh,
there.
you're telling me
too.
to move out of the way.
I read it out. And I just like say it out loud as I'm reading it. So are you still running up on people
Can
that
I try to stealthily go around the gang and to the statues?
You can try to stealthily sneak around to the southern part of the statues near the water and where everyone else is, where like Eriku and the Kefu are. The gang is sort of fighting toward the northern part of the statue, like right above the statues. I rolled low enough that you're able to sneak. I rolled a 1, so they're not paying attention to you at all. You're not.
Yes.
Nice.
They've totally ignored all the arrows you fired their direction this whole time. So you're able to approach whatever statue you like right now.
I want to attempt first.
No, I have 1 point.
So can I attempt to heal her?
14.
There it is.
Alright, so you do a pretty good job of bandaging up the Kefu's wounds, but you don't have any heal kits, so she doesn't regain any hit points.
I also say a little prayer to take away her worries that she'll be alright. We'll get her through this.
Alright, Virtue lasts 1 minute, which is 10 rounds, and we're probably in the 4th round now, so you have like 6 more rounds, so that hit points goes to 0 and you just pass out.
I'm gonna yell out, "That is the key," and my battle axe is already drawn because that was done previously, and I'm going to leap from atop the statue onto probably the nearest red guy.
Alright, so roll the acro and then roll an attack.
I rolled a 10 acrobatics.
He's close enough, luckily. It's not going to be a beautiful jump, but that is close. He's close enough that's going to work.
So I got an 8.
It's a
So
miss.
I got a +4.
Yeah, that's a miss.
But I landed it, right?
It wasn't beautiful, but you jumped into the crowd. You did like a mosh pit kind of move.
Okay, I just cursed at the guy I missed.
One that I've been continuously attacking. One that Mikefo just dazzled for me.
He's got a -1 to his attacks right now.
Right back at that motherfucker. Hoping I just chop him in the chest and they run away. 16.
Oh, another miss. These are pretty good hits, too, but it's not good enough.
Try to move to the back of the group. I do have a potion. Your light potion. Can I take that?
If it's on your belt, you can swift it with your turn and either drink it or toss it to someone.
I would like to take that potion as I kind of fall back a little bit.
I rolled low enough that you're able to avoid the attack of opportunity you normally got and trying to back away. So you back up a little bit safely and chug a quick sip of potion.
Yes.
Alright, so you're towards the back of the fray now.
3. Good enough.
I've jumped off now, so you can read the whole thing.
Can I use
Really?
can I read the whole thing?
You may. It says, purity is prosperity. Come clean and say what you mean. Respect is the key.
Okay, I shrug. I'm gonna
Come clean and tell it your feelings.
I'm gonna tell it my feels.
The true
in war
feelings.
things. I'm gonna do it with like a shrug first, like not thinking it's gonna do anything, and I'm gonna be like, I just really want my friends to be okay and not get fucked up in this fight right now on beach day. And then I do like one little tear, but it's not a tear from Bridget and Mikefo and Bridget. And it drops onto Ashley.
The fish starts spewing out water, which soon overflows the small bucket.
I'm gonna touch the fish and say thank you. You can stop now.
Okay, nothing
Right?
happens.
Can I magic in the water?
I think you wanted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the water is not magic, it's just normal water.
Okay. Is it chill?
I think we just gotta get the
It's salty, it seems to be pumped in from the ocean.
Is it like washing the gag away or anything? No? Alright.
Not yet, but it's starting to flood the area.
I'm
So,
gonna look at the water and be like, alright, and then I'm gonna climb down. Your other stuff. Can I walk over to Nopu?
I'll allow it on this turn, you just can't do anything else. I'll let you walk that direction though.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
See water stuff?
Yeah, this water is just all of a sudden coming out of this bucket. Thing special. Because all of a sudden this thing's spewing out water. That was amazing.
I told it. Don't ask me personal questions, kid.
Okay.
Okay, I'm like, hey, the one over there with the missing eye says something about eye. You gotta see the ocean the way he sees it. I think his eye is somewhere.
Alright, I want to go inspect that statue she's talking about.
Alright,
Yeah, I
you-
can do it.
You head over to the middle statue, which is still glowing with the light. You'll see that it's on its belly and it's missing an eye.
Face to see it, and I do a little prayer. Bless this ocean. Very beautiful. All the fish and all the living creatures in it.
Say your prayers and tune in next time for more The Other Dungeon.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.